ready, Val. Take your time. At the PAB meeting, we had a little problem where the YouTube stopped. So we had to recess the meeting and get it recessed and start over. There's only like a 5-minute break in there, but
We're good. It just showed up.
good.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. It's 3:30 on October the 10th. We'll call the Kent County Administrative Charging Committee to order. Remember, all matters pertaining to personnel information is confidential. We follow the Robert's Rules of Order and the Open Meetings Act of Maryland. Has everybody read their minutes from last month? Can I get a motion to accept them?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Old business. ACC Rules and Procedures Updated Draft. I know we've kicked it around a couple times on the computer.
Well, I sent you the one that I made with certain remarks on it.
Yeah, and,
But has any of that been incorporated, or is there any questions
We
about
plugged
it?
in what you've sent, we plugged in with Shelley, with Seth Shelley, and what you've sent, Gary, and
Okay.
as soon as you
Yep.
get your input buried, and we'll
The-
circulate it again for everyone and give it a quick perusal.
right, and I don't know if I brought this up the last time. Once we all look at this, we need to give it to Pete and let him look through it for the county end of it, to make sure we don't step out of our boundaries, which I don't think we are. I mean, everything looks
Okay,
pretty general.
but definitely got it.
There was a few
Check that
changes,
box.
like, there was, I think you might have put in there as a 5-year term, but it's a 4-year term or something like that. A few minor
Yeah,
changes.
there was one that was, you pointed out the 5-year, and then Shelley notated it.
It was
seemed
a
all
4-year.
along. We went back and looked at the, what the commissioners have accepted, and it's instead of 4 years.
Okay,
So we have to put that change in, which we've incorporated, when we got it.
So with the new adjustments that have been made, can we get a revised copy of that as we're tweaking it now?
Yes, and she's gonna send you one.
Okay, cool.
So you can
That's
have-
great.
Everyone else, everyone has it, but you've been inadvertently left out, sorry. But we'll get emails.
But I don't think anybody has the copy that I've updated most recently. I'll need to send it to everybody.
Yeah, once we get Barry's updates.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
in the meantime, let Gary Fellows get a look at it, so he at least know what we're talking about. And then,
Yep.
once we get everyone's input, we'll circulate it again, so everyone can then sign off on what should be a final draft.
Well, I have no changes at all. My only changes were the technical ones about the, times and dates and stuff, yeah,
Yeah, they should already all be in there.
yeah.
So then what we can do is, when Val gets it cleaned up, we can circulate that as a final draft. If you guys all sign off on it, then it'll be good, and that'll be the one we use. Okay? So maybe we'll get that out next week or so.
sounds good. Thank you.
Anything under that, anything else on the rules and procedures? New business, ACC in-service training, Denton. I think everybody signed up for it, correct?
Right.
Lovely Camp Frederick. We've updated the contact information, correct? The sheet.
It's been by the way, I think. And I'd be happy to chauffeur a carpool down to Denton if people want to do that. I know you're Rock Hall and you're Fairleigh, so that's pretty easy to pick up.
That would make sense.
Not as
Okay.
fancy as a Corvette, but, or as fast.
I'm picking it up tomorrow.
Are you?
Philly, yeah. We did the whole darn car.
That's great.
I don't think you're gonna fit 3 in the Corvette.
I don't think so. Roof rack, maybe.
Open discussion for the ACC? Anybody have anything you want to add?
Open discussion? Concerning case files, no. I just wanted to mention something that has happened most recently. It's not a bad thing, but I don't know whether any of you heard about the fire this past weekend and the actions of one of the deputies, which I thought were exemplary myself. And we always talk about the bad things that happen, but the good things the guys do never get recognized. So I just want to make sure folks here were aware of the fire and how Officer Manning handled himself and represented the department, and thought it was great stuff. But he's that kind of guy. I mean, he's had a reputation with his military background, and pleasure to see, quite frankly.
I agree. You got put in a tough situation.
Absolutely.
And Barry, you want to tell them about the stuff we just talked about, we're going to be posting on the website?
Oh, yes. Yep, that good call.
Yeah,
So
fits right in here.
we found out that we need to have a public-facing announcement of our cases. And what
The ACC or the PAB?
PA,
PAB,
Okay.
but it will be the
But-
ACC cases.
it'll be our cases, right? I mean, it's just, so Pete and Frank have pulled a couple of different counties and see how they do it. And what it looks like we're going to be doing is on our webpage, the county's webpage, the spreadsheet that we do, it's going to be real generic, when the complaint came in, what the complaint was, when it was heard, reviewed, closed, how it was closed. And then we're also going to add a category for compliments. Because, instead, these agencies have gotten a lot of good compliments from people that never really get captured. So we're going to add that as a column and put that in there.
Makes sense.
Good.
And, they're going to be working on it. It'll probably,
Yeah.
little while
We're
ago.
going to just modify the PAB sanitized version, which has no personal information on it, which can be open to the public. We're going to just modify that to add a couple of columns to catch the compliments, which we've been ignoring. But we've been receiving them from the departments, they've been emailing them to us. So we're going to add another column or two to catch what, the type and the date and other stuff, because that's what they're doing in Baltimore County and a few other counties around. And it's open to the public. And it also, they requested the Governor's Office of Crime Control, the one that controls the grants and monitors the program and all that. They've requested some updated information, and kind of checking to see that every PAB has this, they call it public-facing information. So we're going to try to be compliant and put that together by just adjusting what we have to meet the requirements, and then we'll have the county posted on the PAB website, so anybody will be able to see it. So we'll get to work on that next week as well, and then hopefully by the end of the week that'll be in place, and it will be up on the website.
And then one other little comment to make. I had mentioned to Frank and Chief Dixon about part of this bill, the police reform bill, was also mental health for first responders, law enforcement in particular. And Frank, through some good contacts that he has, was able to hook Chestertown PD and their chief and command staff up with. If I speak out of turn, let me know.
Yeah.
But the person that really formulated a peer support group with a federal agency and it's turned into local agencies. And he came out here and did a presentation, and it looks like Chestertown PD's taking the
Yes.
reins.
The chief had the entire department sit in on his presentation about a peer support group to help identify officers that may have some mental struggles, whether personal or professional. They gave them an overview of what a peer support group does at my old federal agency. Chestertown, their officers and their command staff were kind of receptive. So they have actually taken it a step further already, Barry. They have sent one of their office to a formal peer support group's training seminar, and they are in communication with the contracted mental health facility that the county has to get them involved in their peer support group. And they're developing a strategy to make it region-wide. They want to spread it throughout the whole county. And we've had discussions with the sheriff and with Rockall, and they're going to support Chestertown's efforts in trying to make it region-wide. And the Chestertown chief would like to even extend it to neighboring counties and others as he builds and grows. So, that's a good thing. And that's another category that the Crime Commission tracks as far as mental health issues, early detection, early resolutions, and that sort of thing. So it's just a positive thing that's coming out of what you guys are doing. And hopefully it's going to, it's going to go and they're going to get the support they need. But it started with an idea that you guys had, that the BAB and the ACC had come out with, and we were lucky enough to get it off the ground. And the chief of Chestertown, he's a big supporter, based on some personal, instances when he was in his previous job. So it's going to benefit the county.
Anybody else have anything under open discussion?
I have an announcement.
That's next, so let's go into public
I'm now a member
announcement.
of the Kent County Property Tax Assessment Appeal Board.
Uh-oh. I'm going to give you an unlisted address then. Congratulations.
Appeal
Congratulations.
I don't know how they managed to do that, approve me, but they did.
They knew you already had a computer.
What's that?
They knew you already had a computer. Okay, anything else before we adjourn? Next meeting scheduled for November 6th, 3:30 PM.
My birthday. Just
Your
saying.
birthday.
You can bring cookies, cupcakes, whatever you like.
Nice.
Just kidding, please don't.
Bring it out for all the spectators. Right?
Right.
Well, it could be a Halloween theme meeting.
Oh, my.
All righty, it's 3:42. I make a motion to, or somebody needs to make a motion to second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.